Good topic.
No, and we are live today. We are live.
Yes, we are.
Thank you. I won't make you get any lips. We have a special guest today. Yes, the one and only.
I know her. You love her. Let me see that flyer again. I haven't seen that picture of hers. You found her a good picture.
Yes. And we're going to be back to talk about it just.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning. I like that. Good morning, Michelle. Lynette. Good morning to both of you guys. How y'all doing today?
Absolutely. Good morning, family. Thank you for joining us.
Yep. We've had a great week. And yesterday, if y'all didn't know, we're in the Carolinas area. Yesterday got up to 80 degrees yesterday. And it's supposed to do it again today. Woo, woo.
I am thoroughly looking forward to it. I didn't see any of it on yesterday. I didn't even go outside.
Wasn't yesterday you had the grandbaby?
No. That was 2 days ago. Or a day ago. Not yesterday, but the day before.
Okay. So she had a grandbaby on Monday then. Okay.
Yes, because I was off for Easter Monday.
So we had us an 80-degree day yesterday, and it was great. Today's supposed to be the same way, and I am going to, if I can, as much as I can, work outside today.
Yes. You need a standing desk too. You don't need to be sitting.
All right.
So awesome. Glad to have you with us. Author Lynette, I'm not sure what time you were instructed to come on, but we definitely want you ready in the green room by 9:20. Good morning, Brittany Thomas.
Yes. If you don't have the link.
She has it. She has it.
All right, cool.
Don't try me.
Well, we've been talking lately about what does the Bible say about. We're not going to delve that deeply into that today, but we've covered some stuff. We've covered sex. We've covered
a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And ultimately what the Bible has taught us is that we learn best with stories.
Yeah, we do. We learn best with stories. We teach best with stories. We persuade best with stories. That brings to mind what I'm talking about tonight. The lost art of persuasion. Tonight at 7:00 in my clubhouse, Selling Your Services Clubhouse, I'm going to have a conversation about the lost art of persuasion. Mm-hmm. Can you be persuaded in anything? Can you persuade anybody into doing anything? Mm-hmm. Can you talk anybody into doing anything? Can anybody talk you into doing anything? You think it's possible still?
I think that I don't want to look at it as them talking me into it. Rather, thinking of it in terms of them bringing the value of it to the surface so that I can decide that it's something that I want.
Okay. So if that's the case, is any part of that persuasion?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things that's persuasion. Right now, this may be a silly, simple thing, but right now I am in search of a particular NYX lipstick that I saw online. The color is one of an old color that I've had for a long time, and it's all used up, but I know it looks good on me.
Okay.
And so I saw it on, it popped up on my Facebook or whatever, and it was the color, and I was like, oh my God, I've been looking for that color in matte. And you know what has persuaded me that I really, really want it? When I went to the website, it was out of stock.
Now you really want it.
No, I really want it. Because if it's out of stock, that means it's awesome and everybody wants it.
Or they sold the last little bit of that stuff.
I don't want to think
and they're not going to buy anymore.
And they're not going to do it anymore, right? But I'm saying it is the perception of that out of stock.
Mhm.
There was another situation that kind of caught a hold of me as well for out of stock. You all know that I've started painting, and I have been trying to collect my tools and material and refrain from doing any painting yet because I don't want to have to move it mid design or whatever. But I got some awesome acrylic paint ads came up for me.
Okay.
And it was in a shimmer that I was wanting to try with my black velvet. Remember, I talked about black velvet. And when I clicked on it, it says, "You are not approved to come to this website." Wait a minute. What is that? The fear of losing out? The fear of missing out?
The fear of losing out is greater than the desire for gain.
Right.
We'll
So
do more to keep from losing something than we will to gain something.
absolutely. So what happened? I was like, what? They're not going to let me click through on Facebook. When I clicked it on Facebook, it says not authorized, not authorized for me, right? You have, based on your viewing habits or whatever, you are not authorized. I was like, wait a minute. So I go to Chrome, not authorized. I go to Google, not authorized. I go to incognito page, not authorized. I finally go to Safari and they let me in. And I'm like, what in the hell made me go through all of that for some paint I've never even seen before?
But you can probably be satisfied with whatever Michaels has or whatever.
Absolutely. But it was the story behind it. It was the story. This link is not going to get me. This link is not going to, it's not going to triumph what I want.
Awesome. This network that we're on right now is amazing. Lisa and I have been doing this show. What we're talking about right here, that's the power of the story, the journey, the wanting of things that's sometimes challenging to get, understanding that the fear of loss is greater than the desire to gain. A lot of that stuff is just fun, but a lot of that stuff is wisdom too. And this morning we have at 8 a.m. on our network, Cortez Hustle Show comes on, and it's always amazing. He talked about 7 successful principles today, and I just learned some stories today. I watched this video about George Foreman and the George Foreman Grill.
Yes. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Brittany. Brittany's getting her hair did, nails did, everything did. Good morning, Beverly. So the George Foreman Grill story. Yeah, I did hear the story when you were getting ready, and I know that story. As a matter of fact, I know somebody else who has reached out to George Foreman a couple of years ago to try to get them to sponsor one of their inventions. But yeah, talk about the one that he made famous.
Well, he was needing money. And he had a team of people, a couple of guys, promoter and men on his business team. They needed money. So one of them had the brilliant idea, George, you're making money. They were looking for a check, particularly on this time. They were sitting around talking. They was waiting on a check to come in. George, you're a marketing man for these other companies, and you're helping them to make money. We need to find our own product. Okay, our own product that we can sell and market and make money.
Because George had a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah. and a church that he wanted to support as well.
Absolutely.
So he had reasons to have money. And they looked around and they saw this invention that nobody was really checking on. Okay, a little grill where the grease could drain away. They found that, and he bought one. And I took it home and his wife tried it out. Okay. And she said, it works out great, George. The grease does drain away from it. And he tasted the burger. The burger was still tender. So the grease was gone, but the burger was still tender. So he bought 14 more of them. Okay. He gave one to his mom, some of his friends. He just gave people that he knew in his boxing gym. He gave them all out.
Yes.
And then they created what's called a joint venture with the inventor of it, a joint venture where George would get most of the profit, but he would have to assume most of the risk. He'd have to put the money up. He'd have to promote it himself. No one else had to do that. But he got to the place where he's making $5 million a month for years with that grill, $5 million a month. And then he got bought out for $140 million.
Somebody had $140 million worth of pocket money.
I guess that's what they gave him. That's what he accepted. Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind. I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, but these stories inspire me because who else could do that? It made me want to create another product or find a product. I have a product that I could create and sell it digitally. George didn't sell his products digitally. He sold it through TV and infomercials, which seems so old school today, but it worked for his day. That was the way they did it.
It still works today. QVC is still alive and thriving.
Sure.
It's still digital marketing.
Does QVC still work as well as it used to?
Yes. Yes, QVC. So the benefit of QVC is that it gives the opportunity for you to see the product, see it being used, and to buy it on time.
Yeah, buy it on terms. I didn't realize that much about it. Fifi, is that what you call her, Miss Felicia Gardner? Fifi?
What up, Fee? What up, Fee? So today we're talking about stories because we've got our own author joining us today. Author Lynette M. Jewell and her newest project. I think I packed it, but I don't think it's packed far.
All right, good. We're so excited about her too. She's a friend of ours, and she went out there and did her thing, So yeah, we're in boxes now. Actually, more and more every day, living out of boxes. Bam, there it is. That didn't take long at all to find.
With order and organization. Yes, Miss Vivian, with clarity. When I move into my new house, I will know where everything is. No, I refuse. I bind that up in the name of Jesus. Right now, we're going to be talking about Wake Up Winning No Matter What with author Lynette and her segment of the book. It's a collaboration, but I can go right here to her segment. And she is sharing. We absolutely want you to support and buy the book yourself. Wake Up Winning no matter what, because losing is not an option. This is L. Michelle Jewell, and I'm telling you, I'm excited. She's on the back cover there.
She's got her name on the front cover.
It is a collaboration, and all of the stories are fun and awesome, but she definitely rocks.
She'll be here today. She's supposed to be our special guest today.
She's beating her face right now. She's mid-face.
That's what you think she's doing?
No, she told us. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Melissa.
Gotta make sure she looks right.
You gotta have a beat. If you're gonna be on live international television, then you got to have your beat on.
Yeah, and have we interviewed her before? I know she's interviewed us.
She's been on a couple of things with us. I'm not sure we interviewed her.
I don't remember.
This her. She's done several collaborations. I thought I read which one it is, but I was on a panel with her a few years back. I remember that. But I don't believe that we've interviewed her formally on the show. We've had her as a guest on The Cigar. We've had her jump up to do a commercial, but I don't think we've actually formally interviewed her. But you know what? That's not our fault, because we offer our guests the opportunity to come forth and apply to be a guest on the show. And
now, speaking of that, on the show, this show is called Let's Talk About It. And this show has been going since October of 2016. That's amazing.
Yes.
Monday through Friday. And we talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
It's a little bit of shenanigans.
That's what we do here. Our audience is typically grown folks from entrepreneurial in nature. This morning on the Cortez Hustle Show, they talked about entrepreneurial mindset, the importance of the mindset. If your child has an entrepreneurial mindset, he's going to have trouble in school. That's what Cortez pontificated today.
Felicia's also a co-author here.
Felicia's in the book.
Felicia, if you don't submit a request to be a guest, girl, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
See you, Felicia Gardner. You're in the book as well.
With your pony puffs. Amen. Survivor from tragedy to triumph. Other than that, go finish your face. We'll talk to you when you get here.
Get in the green room. Hurry up.
Thank you. Go ahead.
The faster you get in the green room, the faster we can bring you up.
That's right. Okay.
Did you hear me? The faster you get in that green room, the faster we can bring you up. Okay. So, but that's what we talk about on this show here. Now, her name is still Lisa Santiago McNeill, and mine is still Brian K. McNeill. And our coach told us we need to say our names more often.
Yes, actually, you know who says that? That was a turning point in his career? Kevin Hart.
We start saying his name more often.
Yes. Saying his name more often, becoming more recognizable by name. You can remember the joke, but you got to remember who told the joke.
Yep.
Otherwise, it becomes a very famous joke with no credit to the
credit will go to whoever chooses
to tell it last.
Yeah. Well, her name is Lisa
Absolutely.
Santiago McNeill. Mine is Brian K. McNeill. And together we make up what we call the Empowerment Duo.
Hi, Demona. Miss
It's
you.
funny how sometimes when we tell that story, Demona pops up.
So, yeah, have we been doing this show longer than we've been married? We started it before we were married, didn't we?
We started, yeah. No, we were married when we started the show.
Were we? Oh,
Got married in April of 16, baby.
that's
I
right.
started the show in October of
October.
16.
That's right.
I'm gonna snap your hand.
It's okay. I can't remember. I feel like, and in all honesty, I don't know if you take this a negative way or not, but I don't remember the transition of us becoming married, because it was almost as if we were married from the moment that we met. And I don't know if that's a negative or a positive to you.
I know what you mean.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was. We were in couplehood like pretty much the first day, that we got together. And
so I remember the date, April the 23rd, but I never remember the year.
But you can remember the year.
I don't try to. I don't try to. Because I think it confines I want to be married forever to you. That wasn't always the case, but I want to be married forever to you, and I don't want to get any of the constraints of years and dates, and like they talk about the 7-year itch, and then it's been so long and all these different things. Every day feels new. Every day is it's a confirmation.
7-year itch. Year 7 of marriage, that's the legend. The year 7 of marriage, when you get distracted, you get bored enough, you've heard enough stories, you start looking at other things, and some marriages don't survive it.
Yeah.
But the ones that do, you're done, you're in. Once you get past that itch.
Yeah, and we've survived some challenging years, like whole years that were challenging. Actually, a couple of years in a row that were challenging. But even through those, I could think about those challenges and still find bright moments.
Yeah, it never really threw me. As long as your head was good, I was good.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to deal with tribulation. You know how to deal with tribulation. Yeah. And that was the thing. As long as we learned that it wouldn't shake us in a relationship, come what may. Yep. As long as we keep this tight, come what may, it don't matter. So we have fun celebrating stuff. I will tell you guys this. We've allowed ourselves to start dreaming in a different way. To start dreaming in a different way. We're both 53 years of age.
Yeah.
And we've been watching Caribbean life and life in the Caribbean, and what would it be like to live there. And we are really getting romanced, because the world has gotten small.
Absolutely.
We can work anywhere.
Why not work anywhere if you can?
And it is less expensive for us to live there and to be in 75 to 85 degree weather year round.
What you talking? Demona, the glasses. I've been trying to tell you about these glasses for a good minute. These are just one of the few. These, I think, are my favorite pair, because they allow my eyebrows to be seen. Some of the other ones cover my eyebrows.
So, Demona, how come you don't live in the Caribbean yet?
Yes,
we don't live in the Caribbean yet.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
I knew she would say something like that. Yes, let's go. What if we did that, baby? Take all our peeps with us.
Well, we're leaving in June. And I know we're not staying this time.
In June, we're going to go for a week. Not quite a week, 5 days.
I am ready to upgrade it to a week. It's only a couple of $100 a day more.
Really? Good week.
Yes. Yes.
Well, let's not upgrade it yet. Okay.
I'm not upgrading it yet, but I mean, I might get there and be like, all right, come back.
Or we might get there and be like, nah, this is too much. I'm ready to get out of here. So I don't know.
Do you understand?
I haven't been there before.
I got married to you and went to the Bahamas. Mm-hmm. I went to the Bahamas fully believing that I was going to be homeless while I was there. And I was still excited about going.
I know.
I would live homeless in the islands. Do you understand?
I get that.
So you cannot get me to even imagine getting there and saying, nah, not even. You're going to have to drag me kicking and screaming back.
The Caribbean is hot, right?
You met me?
Which means that they're going to have bugs all year round.
Honey, I welcome those bugs.
Mosquitoes.
Love them. I will be living for the mosquitoes.
I think you'll learn to get used to them like you learn to get used to anything else.
Dragonflies, mosquitoes, everything. The only thing that I don't want are spiders and snakes.
We got spiders now.
Yeah, but I don't like we're not notorious for them here.
No. We got spiders in the house. I mean, not really in the house, but we got them outside the house. In the house.
Should live outside. That's where they live.
Too. You found the spider web in the house.
Listen, man. Don't do that.
What's wrong with that?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
There could be hundreds of spiders around you right now. You wouldn't even know.
No, sir. No.
The Brew, hey queen, how you been? That's from Melissa Price. And Damona's like, Melissa, hey boo. Where is our guest? I am ready for our guest.
She's putting her face on.
She's supposed to be at 9:20.
Look, let me tell you something. This is the time to tell stories. This is the time to tell stories.
Okay, tell a story.
Melissa, thank you. She says, when you're ready to move, I'll get you set with some essential oils that will stave off spiders and mosquitoes so that you can enjoy it. You know,
are you telling me there's an essential oil that staves off spiders and mosquitoes?
Mm-hmm. Felicia, let me tell you, she says, oh, you guys give me hope that love is possible and that it can last. One day I hope I will find my husband that was made especially for me. I want that
for you too.
That's the key. And yes, we want that for you. We will add you to our prayer list. We have a list where we consistently pray
for
the successful unions with the right mate for.
And now that you've said that out loud, Felicia, and typed it out, now I want it for you too. I really want that for you.
Absolutely.
There she is in the green room, still doing something.
She's still getting primped and carrying on.
Are you ready, homie? You ready?
She said 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay. Finish primping and carrying on. So, but I think that's the key and critical component, Felicia, is that they are right for you. One of the things that I think helps with that is first seeing who you are, finding your heart, your purpose, your niche, and then allowing yourself to be seen by the one that you want. I think it's just important. For me, with Brian, he wasn't the favorite of a lot of people that I knew, but that didn't matter. He was my favorite. He was like perfect for me.
What do you mean I was the favorite of the people that you knew?
First of all, the people that knew me were very protective of me. So it would have been difficult for you to be anybody's favorite. So that wasn't necessarily a character assassination, if you will. But I had to see him for myself. Beverly says,
Brian, I met Jeffrey yesterday. Gentleman in your men's group. Very pleasant guy with a huge vision. Yes, he is.
Amen.
Yes, he is.
Amen.
Thank you. Felicia appreciates that. Melissa Price, yes. Peppermint and spearmint deter spiders and a lot of other bugs. Cedarwood and citronella work well too. And doTERRA also makes a blend called Terra Shield that smells amazing and works as an outdoor repellent too. I made my own bug spray without toxins up in my house.
Awesome.
Now,
I love
want that too, because I want all of that stuff because I'm gonna put it in the bug spray too.
Yes, I love it. I like most essential oils. I personally do not like patchouli, and I think that's Melissa's favorite. But I don't like that smell, and I don't like sandalwood.
But I want something to deter mosquitoes.
But yeah, I love peppermint and spearmint. I love lemongrass and
lemongrass. I know deters
and
mosquitoes.
citronella. Absolutely, I love them, and I just love the smell of them. I even like peppermint at night, but it wakes you up. So I use lavender at night so that I don't stay awake. But I do love and see the benefit of
now the thing about that scents and stuff like that and smells like that, how much of that is psychological?
Well, the scents trigger your olfactory nerves. And you said which ones are how much of it is psychological?
Yes.
I'm not sure what you
saw a demonstration.
Yeah.
Where the teacher was in the schoolroom. He had this small jar of peppermint, and it said peppermint right on the jar. And he said, "This peppermint here is very, very concentrated. Okay. If I open this up and soak a cotton ball in it, everyone in the room will be able to smell it from where you are. Okay. And what he did was he screwed it off. He took a cotton ball and kind of shook out some of it on a cotton ball. And he says, now, when you can smell it, tell me. You guys in the front will probably start smelling it first. But once you smell it, tell me. Then he held the cotton ball up. And then people in the front rows like, I can smell it now. And then it got all the way to the back. And then finally, everybody in the room said, yeah, I can smell the peppermint. Okay. And what he had actually shook out to them was scentless, had no scent at all. They just thought it was peppermint.
Yeah.
You know, he got them to believe it was going to smell like peppermint, and it did. So I wonder how much of that is psychological.
Well, I think everything is psychological anyway, but that doesn't mean that smells don't have smell. I think that you can make anything psychological. I think you can make someone believe that they have a rash and that they will break out in a hive. I think that you can make someone believe that they're allergic to something and they will have an allergic reaction.
I've seen where people believe that you have a knife to them and it's a block of ice, an ice cube, and they can use the ice cube and cut their skin because they thought it was a knife.
Yeah. So I don't understand the point of that.
It's interesting. Are you ready, my whole girl?
All it does is illuminate the power of the mind. So, but the thing is, can you use mind over matter power with the spiders?
I don't know.
Let's add her to the tree. What's good?
What's going on?
Look at you. How are you?
I am wonderful. Do I need to change my lighting? Am I good? You know how y'all are.
You're good. You're good.
Now, her name is author Lynette Michelle Jewell. Before we get into this fully, I want to give you some time to please introduce yourself however you would like.
Good morning, everybody. I am aka Lynette M. Jewell, but today I am L. Michelle Jewell. I am an author, motivational speaker, entrepreneur consultant, producer, and talk show host of the L. Michelle Show. What I do is I help people to understand their dreams and their passions, bring it to reality, and help you to believe that you can do or be whatever you want to be, and help you to understand who are your naysayers, who are your dream killers. And I just simply just sit there and talk to folks. But this is my third collaboration project we're going to talk about. And also going to just give y'all a few tips. And I'm just so excited to be on here, especially with the dynamic duo. So I'm ready.
The dynamic duo is Batman and Robin. And we are the empowerment duo.
Amazing, wonderful, outstanding, phenomenal. Do I need to stop? Because you're both smiling. So,
you can stop. Let's get into it, though. This is your third collaboration project. And This one says, wake up winning no matter what. We have our copy here with us. Wake up winning. Tell us about what this project is, who it's for, and how it's used.
Well, I want to say thank you to Wanda D. Hollis. She is the spearhead of this. And we have a phenomenal group of kings and queens that came together a few months ago. And when it means to wake up winning no matter what, all the stories that are in the book, especially mine, we all have a story to tell. And one thing that needs to be, we're around so many people that your story you don't know who's one is watching you. You don't know who's been watching you from day one or however many years. And when it means to wake up winning is that once, we all have this dream, we all have this passion to be, a dancer, a poet, a actor, but then we also have people that want to keep you from living your dream and living your passion. And I always ask about who are your dream killers. And you wind up, after you listen to your family, your parents, your mother, father, friends, the whole 9 yards. At the end of the day, it's you. And so what do? We suppress. Now they say you put your stuff on the shelf, put it away. But once you put yourself around like-minded people and you realize that you're not alone. And that's where a lot of people get locked in of not living their dreams, not living their passions, not moving to the next level. Doesn't matter if it's being an entrepreneur, in business, or doing anything, you will lock yourself inside. It's like a cocoon, you will lock yourself. So when you put yourself around like-minded people, you discover who you really are, that you're not alone. Dang, someone else had the same problem. Dang, I went through that. I had self-doubt. And then once you put yourself around great mentors, great people that see your worth and see your value, and it's like a cocoon. You start to come out, and this beautiful butterfly starts to come out. For me, I had great parents. I was single, came out of a single parent home, but I was a product of a teacher and a business owner. And it didn't back in the day, 60s, it just didn't balance. But I was always around. Went through a bad divorce, being around the wrong type of friends. Um, I help out everybody, try to do this, try to do that, and I lost myself of trying to be somebody else. And it had to take for me to move 7 years ago of being around media, being around television, producing all that type of stuff to move out of my city for almost taking my life and doing things, just because I just couldn't handle it, because I couldn't save everybody. It had to take for me to move for me to start saying, you know what? All right, God, I hear you. A couple suicide attempts. Hearing God showed me a different picture. When he says, like Steve, how you say he ain't finished with me yet. God actually, I heard his voice and he showed me he wasn't finished with me yet. So putting yourself around the right type of people and the ones that actually see your vision changed my whole life. I literally moved from my home in Maryland with $9 and packed up my truck with no place to stay, but thank God for some Masonic friends, family. But I sat here in this apartment with just a mattress, which was my sofa, my bed, and God showed me who Lynette was. I went from being Nettie Toast, that's my nickname, living all the way to my bike name for me to see who I really am. And I've always had a book and a passion, but I just didn't do it because, it don't make no sense. Oh, you need to be working. Now, don't get me wrong, 9 to 5 people, I love you guys, but it's just not for me.
Now I gotta ask. The book is beautiful, first off, and there's a lot of amazing people in the book contributing to the book.
Yes.
Who do you believe should pick up this book now?
Say it again. Repeat that last part.
Who do you believe? Who do you believe should be reading this book or should pick up this book? What kind of person do you believe should read this book?
I say everybody. Even though with our book we're catering to our culture, to the African American culture. But I tell all my friends, I look at it like this. And yes, the book is for our people, for the Black culture. But I told all my friends of all ethnic, this book is for everybody because we want to we sometimes we do need a book for ourselves. But I tell all my friends that are Black, white, all different color, nationality. There's somebody in this book that's you. There's somebody that's going through the same thing. Now, I know that we go through different things, but if it's just a key or a pinhole that unlocks the door, I tell everybody this book is for everybody. Because you can get every story is different, but we all have the same common things. It's about now waking up to our real passion, waking up to who we really are. I mean, I've run just like I said, this is my third collaboration book, and now when I'm ready to start my own project that's getting ready to come out, I'm ready. And I tell everybody, collaborations, don't be afraid of it, because sometimes you may not be ready to start your own, but once you get in a collaboration, you see the work, you see the process of it, then you'll be like, okay, I know it's this, I know it's that. Oh, man, this gonna have me back up, keep going. There's work to be done. It's not easy writing a book.
Wow, first off, good job. A collaboration project is a way to help a lot of people get author credits without having to do a whole lot. Okay, not to write the whole thing, but you still you're an author. You're officially an author. I'm a part of a collaboration as well. 2014, I believe, I wrote chapter 6 of the book, 17 Legal Ways to Double Your Profits. Okay, 17 legal ways to double your profits. And but it wasn't a good experience for me, my project, because I never made $1 from it.
I mean, and it happens. I mean, my first project was, and I'm not ashamed to say it was a learning experience. It was hope, dreams, a lot of hopes and dreams, and then it's failure. And then the second one, we learned from the first one. And then with the third project, a lot of folks was on not that first project, but they were dealing with that one particular person. So the stuff that we didn't get to do, she went on, Wanda, and I give credit to Wanda. She went on and took the stuff that we didn't get to do and put together. And you can't hand walk folks, but you got to at least lead them and then sit back and say, look at my babies, look at it. Because they learned something. And
And
that's
what
the
was her
whole
name?
process. Wanda D. Hollis.
Wanda D. Hollis. Okay,
Yes.
cool. All right, cool.
And
So, yeah, question. Okay, so cool. I am excited to have you here. I've wanted to have you here, especially now, because I really believe publishing changes your life.
it
I really,
does.
I believe it does. I believe you become something different, and I do believe that there are some doors that only your book can open for you. And I
No,
want more
most
people to
definitely.
understand that. I want people to understand that if you're a thought leader, if you have content, if you create content, you got to publish or perish. You got to publish. You got to get it done. I would love to hear your thoughts on because there might be someone watching you right now who are thinking about doing something or a project or writing, and they just haven't gotten enough motivation to get it done yet. I want you to please share with them about why they should do it or could do it or why they can.
Well, one thing is you definitely have to put yourself again around like-minded people because that's where that foundation, you're the foundation. Look at it. God is the foundation. That's he's the household and thing. But when it comes down to motivating and lifting, you have to have, how we talk about on the shoulders of our ancestors, you have to have that foundation of people that's going to do this to you and keep you from going here and here because you're going to make mistakes. What I tell everybody, when you're writing a book, what I've always learned is that this is better than a business card. And
Wait,
what I mean by that is I can have this at my dinner table and I'm not talking about the book, but I'm tapping and I'm just talking. I can be talking about the weather. Somebody's going to ear hustle or somebody's going to see it. So always, keep this. And this open doors. Like with my second book, I'm a Survivor, there were so many segments, from that book. My first speaking engagement was talking about domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? And so with your book, it opens doors, but you have to go through those doors. You can't, some stuff will come to you because they believe in you. And everybody, please be transparent. People will see if you're being fake about it, but if they feel it from just a couple of tips or a couple of words, they will invest in you, meaning they will buy it. Don't worry about the people that might be offended. At the end of the day, it's about you. It's about your healing. But again, people are watching you and you don't know who, like right now, I don't know who's watching. And something I just said, like you always say, Brian, do you find value?
I do.
If you found value, that means that it touched you, that you want to say, you know what, I want to do this. I want to make that call. You know what, let me go ahead and start that project because 2020 opened the doors. I know with the pandemic, but a lot of businesses got rebranded. A lot of poetry got rewritten. A lot of dust was flying. Trust me, because you had time to do.
Yep.
But
It was at home.
the most important thing is get with somebody that sees it in you. Because we may not see it. I didn't see it for a long time. That will pull it out of you. And then again, put yourself around like-minded people. Naysayers, stay
Amen.
away from them.
Now, I want to keep going with you for a little bit. You still got time?
I got time.
Okay, cool. I believe, and Lisa's been the best. I think Lisa's the best at helping people to build a business around their book. Because a lot of people will publish a book and then what now? But I really believe that your book could be the centerpiece for a lot of ancillary and primary businesses around your book. And I think Lisa happens to have the best system for that. I believe so. I happen to be married to her, but I think she does the best job of helping authors. Okay, the book is just a part of the process. It's a part of the whole picture. It's a part of the structure, the foundational piece, yes, but it's a part of it. Jacqueline Chapin says, great message. Congratulations on writing a book. Thank you, Jacqueline, for contributing. And it is a great message. Anytime you see someone complete this project, it is an accomplishment. Building a business around your book. is where I wanted to go with you. And I
And
know
let me
this.
give a shout out to Felicia. Felicia, another one of the co-authors in the book too. So I can't wait for y'all to hear her story. But let me add something to Lisa.
Okay.
Brian, y'all both, what you do is help us to sell it, to help us to understand what Lisa is doing.
Yeah.
And so I want to give you credit because you helped me and you helped so many others because it has to take that opening. You know, because when we're like this, you bring it that opening. So when Lisa comes, when we come to Lisa, now we can fully receive. So don't just not give yourself credit because that's why y'all are married. That merged together, it's a perfect combination because you're both complement each other that help us to be successful and great. Because when we're great, y'all are great.
That's right. Felicia Gardner says it allowed me to open up and see how I have grown throughout the process. I got to really appreciate myself, and I wanted to share my story to bless others. Dr.
Yes.
Deborah Dunstan says, I definitely needed Lisa's help in building a business around my book, a totally different experience than my previous book. And Pierre says, good morning. Pierre came in the house and says, good morning. That's like, honey, I need to talk to Pierre and see how his experience went yesterday. Lynette, I was going to ask you the other thing too. Not only opening the doors there and building around those kinds of. Oh yeah, here's what I remember. In the years that I've known you 2 or 3 years now, I believe.
Longer than that.
Longer than 3 years.
4. Yep.
3-4 years.
I've known you, but I've seen you blossom, and you have shown up, Lynette, to a lot of stuff. You just said some really nice things about me and really nice things about my wife, and we appreciate them. But a lot of the benefit that you got out of it because of your willingness to show up. You have shown up. When anything was open, you show up. If there was no one else there, you show up attentive. And I think the universe rewards people who show up. I think
Most
half
definitely.
of the game is just showing up. Half
Oh,
of it,
most
at least
definitely.
more, or maybe more than half of it is showing up. So your diligence, like if someone was feeding, you came to eat. Okay. If someone was teaching, I mean, you came to get it. So watching you do that is a credit to you. I wanted to say thank you for that. And
Oh,
it's been beautiful to watch.
thank you, thank you. And one thing I always, I mean, I'm not afraid. Y'all already know I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. I mean, it's you never know who you're running to. I've talked to people. They're like, "Well, how long y'all been knowing each other?" 5 minutes. It's just conversation, and you gotta love people. I mean, any type of business that you do, you definitely gotta love. But what I always tell everybody, I do this with kind of like this little exercise. I always tell everybody, spread your hands wide open, and I would say, these are if your fingers are spread wide open. Look at all the things that you have accomplished. But if you close your 4 fingers, that means you only learning one thing, and that's that
Oh, that's
one
a
man
beautiful
island.
thing.
This, if you open your hands back up, this is learning. This is knowledge. Those are the type of people that you want to be around because this is all the stuff you accomplished all of your life. But if you got your fingers closed, what type of people you want to be around? Just one person don't want to learn nothing. That one man, you're not going to go anywhere. But you want to be around people that are always learning, always striving, studying, showing yourself approved because every day is a brand new day. You're going to learn something. But stay, I tell you about just stay where I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's your job, like I said, I don't have nothing wrong with 9 to 5 people, whatever business, whatever you're doing, stay away from people that you see that's not growing. You want to move forward. If you want to stay there, that's fine. That's your choice. But if you want to really take it to the next level, always podcast, motivational speaking. I tell everybody sometimes you don't have to, like a lot of times, if you have the funds, that's fine. Don't go poor. Don't be in the poorhouse to try to make it big. Sometimes a lot of speakers and everybody drop nuggets, just like you at church. Sometimes it may not be for you, but you get 4 or 5 words, like, woo, that's for me. That's the part of the game. And then it's not easy, y'all. It's hard work. But again, you have to want it. I'm always hungry for it. I'm always learning. Oh, if you understand entrepreneur, any type of business, I ear hustle from across the room, be like, oh man, I gotta go talk to that person. I ear hustle like crazy. I don't mean to bother you, but I would heard you say something. Now look, I done made another network, connection. So
Mhm. Um, the other thing I wanted to say too about when you people that create content. I'm hoping that you're getting some motivation about Lynette today. I'm hoping those of you who have learned something in life and you have an idea about how to do something or how to overcome something, I hope you guys are finding some motivation. There are audiences right now more than ever before. There's an audience that wants to hear your story. All of these podcasts, they're looking for guests. And I am telling you right now, I've been imploring you guys for a while now. Podcasts are low-hanging fruit.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they are. And there are so many opportunities for you to tell your story, like Brian said, that they're literally making public requests for speakers. And I think that the thing is that there are so many people that are overlooking the value of speaking on podcasts because they don't know how to successfully utilize the opportunity. There's never been
That's
a
true.
podcast that I have spoken on or that Brian has spoken on that we have not gotten paid for. Does that mean that the podcaster is paying us to be on their show? Absolutely not.
But every time we speak, we earn money because you'll get a client or something sold. You will sell
Hmm.
every time. I'm telling you guys, if you desire to make your money by what you know, by what
Exactly.
you know, you got to get booked on many podcasts. They build the audience for you. They built the audience up. You raise your hand and say, I get more requests to speak now than I've ever had before in my life. Ever.
Yeah,
I never
and
had this
same,
many
same
chances.
here. Starting to get them.
Yeah.
And let me tell y'all something else too. Just start doing. It ain't got to be long. Just do a Facebook Live. Like I
Yep.
tell you, when you go, people don't understand. When you go live, you might have 15 people on there. But guess what? Out of that 15 people, somebody's watching their live that's watching you. So you may not only see, you only see about 15, 20 people, but guess what? There's people that's on their live. When they go live, other people are watching. So practice that and then gradually move forward. Because that's how I started out. I just started doing lives, but I was always around talk shows. All my distributors, my businesses, they had their own radio show. So if they couldn't do it, they would ask me. I ain't got a problem, jump right on. So I was always around it, but I didn't have the confidence to do it of my own.
Right.
So,
And that confidence comes often from doing it when you're afraid to do it.
and when
It
you're
comes
afraid,
from
that means you're ready too. That's another thing.
take that risk and go ahead and do it. Happy today, Bill. Thank you for joining us. We're sharing the screen today with the one and only author Lynette M. Jewell, one of the co-authors of Wake Up Winning No Matter What, Volume 2, because losing is not an option.
Now, when Lynette first came on today, she said she was going to share some stuff and she wanted to drop some nuggets. Now, we've only got 2 more minutes left with you, Lynette. Okay. 2 more minutes because we got to do our greeting songs and get out of here. But I want to give you those 2 minutes and I want you to talk about whatever you want to talk about for those last 2 minutes. But I'm hoping that whatever you choose to talk about, that you leave our audience with something that they could take away with them.
Okay. Well, I gave the first one. That was that one. So I'm gonna do the last one. Oh, just know that you gotta know your worth. You gotta know your value. It's not easy, but believe in yourself. Give yourself affirmations. If you don't do it, no one else will do it. So, encourage yourself. After you pray, I'll tell you about whatever how power God at the end, speak to yourself. Encourage yourself. I know I had my mirror was so filled up that I was outside of the words. I believe in 2021. I'm amazing. I'm successful. You have to believe within you. You can hear it all day long, and you can hear it all day long. But when you find out that somebody, it's so overwhelming to me. 30, 40 years ago, people are telling me, remember you said this? And I listened and I did this. So believe in yourself because people are watching you and know that you are somebody, but you have to believe. You just have to I keep this at my desk, a mirror. You look at yourself and have a conversation. Now, if it answers you now, there may be something wrong, but encourage yourself. That's the key to it. I always believed but inside I saw it. On the outside, if somebody say, "Oh, when you said something," I would do that, and I get that kick. It's like God said, "You're talking about you." Then inside, I would do it. And somebody say, "Can't you just say thank you, or can't you just say yes?" So now,
Hold on. All right, we're gonna have to get out of here with you because we still got stuff to do. But there might have been one or two people here today that want to connect with you. They say, you know what, I want to talk with her further. I want to get in touch with her stuff. How do you prefer people that want to follow up with you? How do you prefer they do that?
okay, you can find me. You can email me at Michelle Jewell Jewell @gmail, or you can actually Facebook is Author Lynette. You can DM me, and then I give up my number 301-659-9766. I'm on all
Hey, say that phone number again.
301
Uh-huh.
659-9766.
Cool.
And all my social medias is Instagram is the L Michelle Show, LinkedIn L Michelle Show, Twitter LM Jewel 68, and just hit me up. And like I said, it's just more than just conversation. And I want to thank y'all too for having me on here. I love you guys, Lisa, Team Capricorn. But I'm just waiting to hear my song. But I gotta give it.
I know. If you let us get out of here, all right. You have a good one.
Love you guys, and thank y'all so much.
Demona DeBruce. Yeah, don't leave yet. Stay in the green room, please, Lynette. Demona DeBruce says, love her spirit. Felicia Gardner says, birds of a feather flocks together. So definitely be mindful of who you choose to follow. Do you follow losers full of negativity or winners full of positivity to inspire you? I choose to follow winners. William Brown says, encourage yourself. Demona DeBruce said, guilty. On the less Price says, Lynette, you are fabulous. You got me motivated. I want more. Would love to spend some extra time talking on one of my shows if you're interested. And Felicia Gardner also says, Lynette, you rock.
Yes, I love the empowerment love on our show and everybody connecting together. Let us take a moment to thank you for joining us today and for continually brightening our mornings day after day after day. And of course, the first one up is none other than Author Lynette. Now, we sing and serenade our viewers that have stuck with us over the years,
or that are consistent contributors to this broadcast. The show does not work unless you guys contribute something. So up first today is Author Lynette M. Jewell. At this table we sit.
making it legit.
Because when Lynette hits the show,
Good morning, Author Lynette. Thank you so much for joining us today. Michelle
DeWitt. Michelle DeWitt. How you doing, girl? How you doing?
Good morning, Brittany Ziegler Woody. Thank you for joining us, Miss Vivian.
Hey, Brittany, can't you see? Come on. Miss Vivian Reed is here.
Vivian Reed is here. Vivian Reed is here, and now the show can go on.
Good morning, Miss Vivian. Miss Brittany Thomas is here as well.
It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany.
It's show time. It's your time. Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Brittany Thomas. We love when you swing through. Dr. Beverly, uniquely taking over Thomas, is here. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. How you doing? Dr. Deborah Dunstan is here.
That's right. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Felicia Gardner, you're going to get you a jam.
That's right. And Felicia, make sure that you connect with us so that we can have you on as a guest.
Definitely.
To talk about your segment in the book. Melissa, baby.
Melissa Price is here. I would not have made it without the water today. Bam, 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 bam. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price. How you doing?
That's right, Melissa Demona.
Demona DeBrew.
Demona DeBrew.
Hello, my name is Demona DeBrew. And how are you?
I wish my name was Demona DeBrew.
It's the smoothest.
It's the smooth name right there. Now, Lisa Santiago is pretty cool, but Demona DeBrew.
You gotta get yourself
husky with it.
Yeah, you gotta get yourself in the right mind. So you just can't say Demona DeBrew. No, it's
Demona DeBrew. You gotta be a little funky with it.
Come on.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, I love
William
it.
Brown is in the house somewhere.
That's right, honey. Bill is here.
Okay.
What is Jacqueline? Jacqueline. I don't know if you say Jacqueline or Jacqueline. I like Jacqueline.
You know, when I think of the name Jacqueline, I go to the movie Boomerang when Grace Jones is in the restaurant trying to say, so when we gonna do it? Because according to Jacqueline, you know how to move your ass.
Hey, Pierre, what's good with you again?
Mr. William Brown. Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will.
Our friend Bill.
That's right. According to Jacqueline, that's what I think of. All right, we're gonna have to hurry up.
That's cool.
Is that everybody?
Cool. I think we got everybody.
9:55. We got to make room for coffee time with Coach John.
Absolutely. Today's Wednesday. It's hump day. You know what that means. You should be evaluating yourself. Get your mind out the gutter. And you should probably also have sex.
God bless you guys. Have a beautiful day.